So with Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald just around the corner, I am rewatching and reviewing all of the Harry Potter films leading up to that release. And of course, this video we are on film number 5, which is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Now, I will leave the links to some of my other ones at the end of this video for those of you interested in those as well. But like I said, this one is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. But before we get into this review, I do gotta say, if you're a fan of movie talk, movie reviews, and really everything of that nature, definitely consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell down below, which will notify you anytime I have any new content coming out. But with that out of the way, let's dive right into this. So Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, look, this is definitely one of the best Harry Potter films in the franchise, in my opinion. I don't really think that can be disputed. Look, this film has everything you would want a Harry Potter film to have, and you know, one thing I like about it is it gets right into the action, right into things very early on in the film. Like, we are talking within the first 5 minutes, things are happening, and that's very rare for a Harry Potter film, but this film does it, and it kept me on the edge of my seat, and it really brought me in to start this movie as well. I loved it. Now, one of the other things I love about this movie, look, this is the movie where we first get to see the real first step in Harry becoming a great wizard. That first step of that evolution of him becoming a great wizard that we all know he needs to be in order to defeat Voldemort at the end. This is definitely that first step, mainly because we get to see him. He's at a point now where he can teach his own class. He's mastered enough where he can teach his own class, and that's just really cool to see, especially when you follow these characters from the first movie to where they are now, especially where Harry is now. You could definitely see that evolution. And that was definitely one of my favorite things about this movie. Now, also, there's also a very clear villain in this movie, not named Lord Voldemort. Of course, we're talking about Dolores Umbridge. Look, she is a very solid villain that comes into the mix in this movie. In my opinion, I think she is absolutely solid, mainly because you hate her. Every time she is on screen, you absolutely hate her. And, you know, I guess that's what a good villain is really supposed to do, right? That's why they're the bad guy. That's why they're the villain. It establishes her as the clear-cut bad guy from the very beginning, and I really like seeing that. Now, even with that said, we do get our dose of Voldemort, which I will get into later. But before that, there's also some very good of sad moments in this movie. Look, Harry's already been through a lot, and in this movie also he goes through the death of Sirius Black, which, you know, you just feel for the guy after his parents and everything. Just everything that Voldemort has really taken away from him is just really tragic and really sad, and you get to see that in this movie, which I thought was fantastic. Now, back to Voldemort. Of course, we do get our heavy dose of Voldemort, but really not till the end of this film, but still, you do get a good dose of him throughout, because we get to find out that him and Harry have made a connection together, and they can kind of like see in each other's heads. I guess there's something going on like that. So we do get a dose of him throughout the movie, but he shows up at the end, and for any Harry Potter fan, especially me, I remember when I first saw this movie, you know, you just wanted to see Dumbledore and Lord Voldemort go at it, because you just wanted to see how that would turn out. And, you know, I didn't know that it would happen as a kid, and I was just so impressed and shocked that it happened, so happy, and I just had the same feeling rewatching it. You know, seeing those two go at it and go toe-to-toe really was absolutely fantastic, and seeing Voldemort realize that he can't defeat Dumbledore, so he has to leave, that was one of the coolest things as well. And then we also get to see Harry really come into his own. You know, he's starting to mature, and he really shows that at the end of this movie when Voldemort's trying to get in his head. Now, of course, we know Snape's been trying to train Harry to control his mind all movie, but he hasn't been able to do it with Snape. And then when it matters most, when Voldemort's getting in his head, he finally shuts him down, which is totally fantastic to see as a Harry Potter film, because I absolutely love that part of this movie, no doubt about it, when he finally is able to resist Voldemort and kind of basically stand up to him, you know what I mean? Which is totally fantastic, and I love it. It'll give any Harry Potter fan chills, if you know what I mean. Now, also, one thing I loved about this movie also is that at the end, Dumbledore finally starts to look at Harry as an adult. He tells Harry, you know, I haven't talked to you all movie, because they haven't talked all movie, basically, it was, until that point, and then he basically tells Harry, I did it to protect you, you know, but I can't protect you, you know, and that's always been my feeling on it, you know. I've always felt like Dumbledore, you know, if you know this big battle's gonna happen anyway, you should prepare him, and definitely at the end of this movie, we see that first step of Dumbledore really preparing Harry for this task, if you know what I mean. So overall, I really enjoy Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Now, it might be my favorite. I definitely got to do some more thinking on it, and I got more movies to watch, obviously. But it definitely might be my favorite. I thoroughly enjoy this movie, and as a letter grade, I would give it an A. I absolutely love Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. But that's my thoughts on this movie. Definitely jump down in the comments below and let me know what you guys thought about Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Did you guys agree or disagree with some of my takes, and why or why not? I would love to hear all of your opinions on this, like I said. And if you guys like this video, be sure to click that thumbs up and share it with all of your friends. But with all that out of the way, thank you for watching.